Hello gorgeous, how are you doing? Welcome to the Cutting the Caboose live stream, and I'm seeing a little bit of delay here. How random is that? So let's see, how are you doing? I think I've already asked that. And this evening, this afternoon, or whatever time zone you're in, I think it's time we spoke about Infinity War. Because wow, it was so good and so sad all at the same time. So here we are, and I've no idea who is actually in the stream right now because for whatever reason it's not showing me anything on the dashboard, which is a little bit frustrating. So I'm just going to twiddle my thumbs and hope some people are actually there, because I don't know what's going on right now. Am I even streaming? That is the question that I'm asking myself right now. Because I can't see what is going on. Looks like there's people here, which is good, and you know, always good to have an audience, right, on a live stream, because otherwise it's not really, well, I guess it is live, but oh, I don't know, that's is that I can't even say existential. But if you're live and nobody's watching, are you still live? Deep, or not, possibly not deep at all. Okay, so. Do I need to put some glasses on? Because I don't know if I can even read the chat. Because everything... I'm getting old. This is the problem. As I get old, you know, because I am quite old now, I can't see so good like what I used to when I was not old. Frustrating. And also my new super duper ultra whippy 4K camera is cropped at the edge again. What's going on? Fix your cameras, Logitech. How very rude. So I don't know if live chat is working. Is anybody able to comment? I know a few other streamers and creators have had problems with their live chat today, where they have not seen any comments showing up in the chat feed, which is a little frustrating. Oh, hi, Diana McCarthy. Straight in there. Hi. Thanks for commenting. I'm glad you're here. And Pam is here. Oh, look at Pam stealing my tagline. That's fine. If anyone can steal my tagline, it's Pam Duffy. Hi, Pam. How are you doing? Cricket Wilson Harris. That's a lot of names. I like that. I wish I had... I need a hyphen in my name. What would I have? What would I have if I had a hyphen in my name? I definitely think... I like double-barreled names. They're so cool. I'm very well, thank you, Diana. Very well indeed. The sun is shining. The British summer is here. Again, although I feel we had one not long ago. I know we've got another one, which is great, and I do like the summer. But look at this, okay? So this camera right here, that's the new Logitech Brio 4K streamer, and it's like really fancy, you know, and does all the cool things. This is the old Logitech 920. Now it doesn't do HDR, so as you can see, the colors are quite pale. It's not as nice looking, but it's sharp, it's fast. And it just works. So I'm getting really frustrated because this new fancy 4K one, as nice as it is, it doesn't seem to work as well. Even though it's got much better colour and you can see the purple in the background and everything, it's got that weird crop. It's full of bugs. I think it needs a firmware update before it works properly. Oh, I see! Why did you change your name? I quite liked Red Rocket. Made me think of, well, rockets, I guess. Is this a different account? Have you got a second account? Are you doing a Secret Ninja account? Oh, I see. Oh, maybe that's what I need to do then. Just marry lots of people and then I can collect names. I like it. So then, now then, as the title of the stream suggests. Well, I know, Pam. I've got several. I mean, actually, I've got 4 webcams. The setup I have here is a multi-computer system, so I'm running on my Mac at the moment, but I also have a large Windows PC there, and it runs on the same monitors and setup. So I have multiple webcams for different things, and on both machines I can do multi-camera conference calls and things. And I got a wide camera and a narrow angle and things, and for all of this. But this Brio is a little annoying because normally they just work, and this one is not just working, and it's frustrating me. I am frustrated. So we need to talk about Avengers. We need to talk about Infinity War. So I don't know who in the chat has seen Infinity War, because there's possibly going to be spoilers. Well, no, there will be spoilers happening. Although something I really want to talk about is, which is something I find, now I'm a huge comic book fan. I read comic books a lot. And I keep hearing from people who claim to have read the comic of the film. And they're telling me all these, you know, oh yeah, I know what happens because I read the comic. I'm like, okay. And I'm not really saying anything because, you know, people being people. But here's the thing. I have yet to actually hear anybody who says they have read the comic who have actually read the comic. I don't know why this is, but there's an awful lot of people lying that they have read the Infinity War comic and know all the story. Because, and I'll explain why a little later, but it's a little bit odd. I don't know. I mean, for a start, the film is not even based on Infinity War. It's based on the Infinity Gauntlet comic, a completely different comic, which is like the gathering of the Infinity Stones. And the Infinity War kind of starts with the events that end at the end of the Infinity War movie. So people are telling fibs. There's people telling pokey pies. Imagine that. So let me just have a quick look in chat. I'll do this. I'll do this little chat about the stuff. Then I'll check out chat some more. Then we just do this back and forth. You guys know. You're all creators. You know how this rolls. Oh, and also my phone. What? Rude. I'm streaming. I'm live. Can't be phoning me when I'm live. Oh, thank you. I don't know. So I get this a lot, Cricket. I get people say I liked Red Rocket too. But I totally understand. I totally understand. I find it a little weird. I wish I had used my name as my name and not cutting the caboose, having my brand as my name. Especially now that I'm starting... Oh, big news, which I'll get to in a moment. Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, people say... I don't quite know how to take those things, like, you know, I inspire people and things. I'm really bad at taking, you know, like compliments and things. I don't know how to, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with them. I like them, but I don't know what I don't know how to, because my journey is quite unique. The stuff that, you know, when I think about the things, you know, in my past, some things I'm not proud of, you know, from homelessness to the whole transgender thing to, I mean, some crazy stuff has happened in my past. So I don't quite know how to relate to others very well. I'm not very people-y, I'll be honest. See, and Pam mentioned this earlier, okay? I haven't really spoken about Avengers much yet. We tend to go off on tangents on these live streams, eh? And that's happening right there. So So yes, so let's see, where were we? Yes, Infinity Wars. So the first thing, and if you haven't seen Infinity Wars yet, there are probably going to be spoilers. Sorry. But it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's such a good movie. Film. I mean, it's awesome. Everything you could possibly want from a film happens in this. And yes, there are a few issues. The ensemble cast is huge. I've never seen a film that has so many A and B list stars and celebrities in it. The amount of characters, the amount of story that hits you like a train in this is incredible. It's worth going to see just for a masterclass in how to spin such an epic tale together. You haven't seen something like this since, you know, the Lord of the Rings films, where they had all these gigantic characters having a big showdown. And that's kind of what happens in this, and it's done brilliantly. All your favourite characters, whoever your favourite character is, gets a chance to shine and to get some, apart perhaps from Hulk. Everybody else gets a chance to shine and, you know, have some really good lines. So that's cool. That's just, it's awesome. And you get some new team-ups. Thor and Rocket Raccoon team up for a while, and they're amazing. I'm going to pray to the Avengers gods that those two stay teamed up for longer, because they are so funny. And the rest of the Guardians team, in fact, when they come, they meet Thor, and it's just fab. It's absolutely fab. Thor and Quill do this, like, whose backstory is the most tragic. It's awesome. So yeah, really, really good film. But as is the case, I'm trying to have a drink here. 1 minute. As has been the case with pretty much all the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies so far, they're really different from the stories in the comic books. The comic books broadly sort of set out kind of what the story is going to be about, but the events are very, very, very different. And that's what we've seen here. Just like, and if you read the comics for Iron Man 3 or the Iron Man Extremis storyline, the armor that Iron Man had by the end of Extremis is very similar to the nano armor that he has now in this. And the overall plot in Extremis was quite different. It deals with Tony Stark's fear and his insecurity that the rest of the Avengers are superpowered, whereas Tony relies on his suit. And so it covers that side of things. Yeah, I'm with you there, Pam. But the overall plot is very, very different. So, and it's the same with Infinity War. Infinity War, in the comic, it isn't Infinity War. It's Infinity Gauntlet. An Infinity Gauntlet is the war part of it, whereas this is more talking about how Thanos, all on his own, goes and collects his gems. So, yeah, the timeline is very different. The characters are very different. We haven't really discussed much about how Thanos is a god in the film. We, you know, and there's characters who, like the Eternals and Galactus and Silver Surfer. Okay, in the film, you see Hulk crashing down into the sanctum of Doctor Strange. In the comic, it's Silver Surfer, who isn't even in the MCU at the moment, so... You know, yeah, so that's all happening. So there's not many people in the stream watching, so I'm guessing here that there's not that much interest in talking about Infinity War, which is fine. And I'm not seeing much Infinity War chat going on. So maybe talking about Infinity wasn't the best gambit for this live stream, but you know, trying to tap on to a you know, a current trend and all that, right? Other news that's going on, which I think is going to be really interesting to the little creator group that we have, but I can't talk about it too much because it's still super secret, is I'm launching a new channel. And I'm launching a new channel. My toes are already painted. I had a pedi not long ago. It was very nice. I'm launching a new channel. Which I'm really, really excited about. And literally from the ground up, Nick Nimmin is involved and helping. And yeah, it's going to be, so like with Cutting the Caboose, that has had to go through a lot of changes. And my early content for Caboose. Hey Jules, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So my early content for Caboose is abysmal. It's terrible. I mean, so bad. So bad. And so, with this new channel, from day one, it's going to take everything that I've learned with Cutting the Caboose and applying that from the very first video. So, every video will rank well in search. It's going to be extremely tight in its niche. It's going to be very useful to other creators. But I'm doing something that Brian and Nick and the other sort of help niche people are not doing. This is a little niche within all that nobody's really tapped on yet. So, oh, thank you. So that's going to be... I think you're going to like it. And I'm so excited. I've got all new artwork. I've registered the domain name. I've registered everything. A new Twitter account. I'm just so excited about that. I'm really excited. Here's a thought then. So You guys, so you know Brian said about not using your name, your brand. I have an old Twitter account which is just my name, Daniel Hallett. So is the consensus we should use our old usernames for our, our chat sessions and not use our channels? What's the thinking behind rebranding or changing your name from Red Rocket to Cricket then? Why? What am I guess I've missed something here. I may have missed this because I didn't get all of Brian's stream on Friday. What was the thinking behind that? YouTube? Mysterious. Because I'm wondering whether I should do that too. You know what? Talking about YouTube, I love this little community, this little group of friends that we've got. I really hope some of you guys can come to VidCon next month. I really do. And honestly, if you guys can make it, the drinks are on me. Let's have a night out. Let's do this. I'll pick up the tab for that because that would be amazing. That would be so much fun. And Nick's going to be there, and Brian's going to be there, and Ken is going to be there. There are so many people going to be at VidCon, and I'm going to be there. So So we've already arranged that we're going to have like a gang of us. We're going to go and hit Disneyland and video blog and do some collaborations from VidCon. So come to VidCon. Let's all have a big massive meetup, and we could do this huge like cross collaboration video. How much fun would that be? I think lots. Oh well, fair enough. I quite liked Red Rocket though. It always reminded me of well, yeah, but you know what? Okay, people keep asking me what a caboose is. Now maybe it's because I visit America a lot. I'm always in America. I go twice a year at least, and my earliest family holiday, no, my second family holiday was to California when I was 7 years old. It was amazing. And so I've got a real soft spot for America. I love America. I especially love Southern California, but I like Orlando. I like Florida too. Oh, what's happening in London next year? Are they doing, because VidCon, they do a European VidCon. But it's not very good. It's tiny. And the California VidCon is huge. It's absolutely gigantic. And I've been to the last two VidCons. The first one I went to by accident. I don't know if I've told this story. I forget about what stories I've told. Hey, Savage Scientist, look at you. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Look at all these cool creators coming in. So yeah, and in fact, the reason I started my channel, I was flying over to LA just for a holiday, for a vacay, and by pure chance, Becky Sheeran, the host of Talk Becky Talk, was sitting next to me on the plane. Ah, how cool was that? So we started chatting, and she sort of gave me the idea that I should start British Cook. How are you doing? So it was this chance encounter on the plane that with Becky to start my own channel. So that was at the back of my mind all the way. And then we went up to Vegas and we did some blackjack, as you do. Went back to LA, and just by chance, the hotel I was staying at, the Sheraton, is literally right next door to the Anaheim Convention Center, which is where the VidCon was being held, literally while I was there, by chance. And so the hotel was absolutely packed to the rafters with people wandering around with video cameras, like video blogging. It was so surreal. So I just spoke to some of these people, and they I just loved it, and some were really up their own arse, and some were really nice. And I was talking to people who I had no idea who they were. And then when I went back to the hotel room and added their channel, they had like millions of subscribers. So I was like talking to these massive multi-million, subscriber creators. I had no idea who they were. So, that's random. Good story. Cheers, Joe. Glad you're here. So yeah, and from then, if you look at the pilot video, my first ever video when I'm about 150 million stone, that was actually filmed at the Anaheim Convention Center. I just thought, I'm going to do it. So I grabbed my camera and I video blogged and I edited it all in the hotel room. And then I looked at it and I thought, oh my God, is that actually what I look like? And then so I sat on the video for a few days because I was so devastated by what I actually looked like. However, every cloud, okay, that event, that starting my channel, and Claire and Antonia, my friends, both said, but that's what you look like. That's what people see. It was a shock to me because I had never seen myself on the other side of the camera before. I'd never seen myself being filmed like this. But it was such a huge wake-up call that set things in motion, and that made me then accountable to an audience, which is what kept me being more determined than ever to stick to the weight loss. And even having the weight loss surgery was as a result of my accountability to the people who were following me on YouTube. So go figure. So in that sense, for me, starting my YouTube channel was probably the biggest thing, the biggest change in my life, or it led to the biggest change in my life. So that's cool, right? Yay for YouTube. So yeah, I've got a real thing for YouTube now. I've got such I get so much pleasure from creating content and literally from you guys who are in this stream right now. Our creator community and some of the groups I'm in, we all want our own channels to succeed, but we've also all got each other's backs. We all want to help each other out, and I love that. It's so I've got this thing where I sincerely want everyone to have everything they want. I really want everyone to, or at least have the ability to have whatever they want. Because I've been quite lucky in that regard, that I've through either, you know, I don't know, whatever hand I've been dealt, it's quite a lucky one so far. And so I feel I always try to help other people to get what they want. And I love the fact that this creator community that we've found ourselves in with Nick and with Brian and these shows, we're all trying to help each other. And yes, we want to grow for ourselves, which is absolutely fine. But I love the fact that we want everybody else to come with us. I love that. I love that. It's so in tune with how I feel about the world. Everybody helping everyone, you know. So it is live. What? I'm confused. I've missed something. But yes, it is live. I am live. No. I'm live. Hi, Kathy Fit. I am live. This is a live show. We're supposed to be talking about Avengers, but as is often the way, tangents come along and phew, we veer in different directions, and much veering has happened already. I'll have a drink. Juicy. Curiously, Drew, nothing with a face has gone into making this, as far as I'm aware. It's all chemicals. Today is Sunday. Let's have a look here, see what's going on in chat. Considering I've got a lot of subscribers, I don't get that many people joining the live stream. I wonder why that is. And some cheeky blight just give me a dislike. How rude. People are strange. Hey ho. It is Sunday is my live stream. This is live. So let's see. Yeah. Well, so what's happening with What's happening with your yeah? Because I've seen. I mean, I never actually, and I have to confess here, I never really understood what Red Rocket Resales was actually about. I can't remember your channel, although I remember thinking it was really good. I think I saw it popping up a few times in Nick's stream. Wasn't it a property channel? Or am I completely imagining that? I know, I like Monster. Well, this is the thing, okay? It may not have a face, but it's kind of named after something that would have a face, because monsters have faces, usually, right? So, you know. She does. It's right good. I can't remember it, but I know remembering that it's good. Yeah, the notifications are really strange today. Although I noticed I don't get that many. The problem that I have, and this is one of the reasons why I'm starting this new channel, is I want to make more money from YouTube. I enjoy it so much. I want it to be able to take a bigger part of my life from a time point of view. Now, I have said when I was in, I played in a couple of bands, and I did say back then that I would never do something I loved for money again, because it changes the whole dynamic. But then, the only way I can commit more time to YouTube, which is something I'm really passionate about, is by making more money from it. Because at the moment, my business, you know, I have an IT business, takes a huge amount of my time, and I've got commitments that I have to meet with that. So the only way that I can commit more time to YouTube is by making money from YouTube, because my actual business is my, you know, primary source of income, right? Oh yes, I now remember. Now I remember. Cheers, Cricket. That's a cool name. So yeah, so the new channel is extremely niched down. It's completely down with, it's a very, very focused niche. It's almost a sub-niche. It answers very specific questions. And I don't want to give too much away just yet, because I want it to land heavy. I want it to land, I want people to go, wow, this is a cool channel. And literally, I'm doing a collaboration with Nick, I'm doing a collaboration with Brian, I'm doing a collaboration with Drew, who is in the channel right now, and if anybody else wants to do a collaboration and have a video go live on day one of my new channel, that would be awesome. And I'll write the script and shoot it and edit it and get everything done. But that would be, I can't tell you, I can't give that away just yet. It's like, it's one of these things, it's like one of these, I know, okay? And the thing is, here's the thing, okay? If I tell people what the channel name is, people are going to think that it's been done before, okay? I don't, Savage. I compartmentalize my life. There's quite a lot of things I don't talk about in my channel. I try to keep everything fairly upbeat, and occasionally stuff gets through the chinks, like the turf video which went out a few days ago. But I try to keep everything positive. I try to keep everything up. I sincerely try to go through life not complaining, not whinging. Incredibly grateful for the chances that we have in just being born in the countries that we're born in. Just being born in the West gives us such a huge advantage over something like 90% of the rest of the world's population. And it really, really, really annoys me when I see people complain about their lot in life. We've been born in the West. We've been born with such good fortune, and you know, we're lucky enough to live in countries which are figuratively paved with gold. The opportunities that we have, that most of the rest of the world simply does not have. And so I always try to remember just how lucky we are when, so I'm a bit of a snob, okay? I'm just putting this out there. And I tend to fly, upper class everywhere, and I drive a fancy car, and, I'm surrounded by all the toys and gadgets I could possibly want. I'm incredibly fortunate to have all those things. But I also put in a huge amount of hours. I routinely do 12, 14-hour days at my business. If I'm lucky, I'll get some time to get to the gym as well. And that rarely leaves any time for sort of Netflix or gaming or anything else. I put so much effort into achieving what I want to achieve. Because I kind of feel guilty. I have this imposter syndrome that I don't feel I deserve it. So I work really hard to feel like I own it, that I deserve all this. And it's the same thing with, it's almost like, what's the word? Not an Achilles heel, but like a sensitive area. Because I failed to lose weight the natural way, because I simply didn't have the willpower to lose weight through diet alone, I have this problem that people judge me that I had to resort to surgery, because people know how hard I tried to lose weight through, you know, natural means, through eating sensibly and through exercising. But I ended up, you know, I had a gastric band that failed. I yo-yo dieted. I lost the same 3 stone about 10 times, you know. And so that's like a sore point for me. It's almost like a weakness. And so to compensate for that, I now train way more than I used to. I hit the gym at 6 AM every morning, or I'll go for a run, and I'll do strength and bodybuilding, and then I'll often go back in the evening and do cardio. I overcompensate for the fact that, so now even though I had to have surgery to lose the weight, I have to feel like I earned the weight loss by training as hard as I possibly can. I don't like to feel like I've had a free ride. I like to feel that I've earned that, even though I had to resort to surgery. Am I making sense? Does this make sense? I'm wittering on here. This is so nothing to do with the Avengers, right? But how did we get to... I don't know what happened. I'm going to drop into chat for a second and see what people are saying. Let's have a little catch up here. Why do I have the circus theme tune in my head? I have this at the back of my mind. My theme song is that circus song. Oh my god, I've missed out so many words. Words. Let's see, I don't talk about my business. Compartmentalizing. Oh, Pam and Drew, I love your back and forths. They're so cool. Awesome, Kathy. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. We can do some... I know exactly what you and I can do. So yes. Yeah, I think positivity is... yeah, Pam, you know, I think... So, yeah, Pam says, I so agree with... I see the positive. Life is amazing. It is, okay. And I do see this entitlement, and I see it all the time with creators. Now, if you're in the channel and you haven't said hi yet, cool. And if you've come here because you're in one of the smaller groups that I'm in with some other small creators, and I see this on Nick's stream, and I see this on Brian's stream, and I see this in other channels where I'll see somebody that sets up a channel, puts very, very little effort into their artwork, into creating thumbnails, into creating content that anyone's going to give a crap about. And sorry, this sounds blunt, but I've done it too, and I dare say every one of us in this channel have done this at some point, because we've seen famous creators making lots and lots of money and think, like, YouTube looks easy, right? And then we have a go, and then we realize it's not easy. It's, oh my god, how much effort is this? And just to put this into perspective, if you haven't done this yet, if you look at any of my videos, especially the ones which are out right now, if you look back over the last sort of 8 weeks or so, you will see typically 8 to 12 minute shows, which take about an hour to film. They'll take about 2 hours to write, because I try to put some jokes in and some humour, and I try to keep it positive, even if it's talking about a fairly dark subject. That will take about 4 hours of editing. Then there's the post-upload effort, which is in setting up the additional SEO, setting up the tags. So each video that you see on my channel, and I'm pretty sure I'm speaking for other people here too, takes about 8 hours. So let that sink in. If you aren't familiar to creating content on YouTube and you think it's an easy ride, an 8-minute video can take about 8 hours of production time. Add to the fact that you have to have cameras, lights, sound, all of that stuff, a decent computer. It is such a myth that being a success on YouTube is a zero effort thing. Because even after you do all of that, and assuming you do it fairly well, and again, all of us here are doing it fairly well, we still have to compete with the 150 trillion other people who are also doing it well to find a voice, to get heard. So, yeah, the entitlement that I see from people who think they can start a channel, put no effort in, and are complaining that 2 weeks after they've started their no effort channel, they aren't rich and famous and a huge YouTuber yet. I struggle with that. I do. I struggle with that entitlement because I know how much effort it takes to put this in, and you guys, you know how much effort it takes to just to get a couple of thousand subscribers, just to start the train on the track. Never mind to get enough traction to actually make money from it. So, yeah, I went off on another rant again. That happened. Oh, Kath, thank you. Yes, so, yeah, well, yeah, well, Drew, I've nearly written our show, Drew, so that's happening. I would love to do a Savage Scientist collaboration. Your show is so dark and left field. I love that. Savage, you're actually the first channel I clicked on one of Nick's live streams in June last year when I found Nick's channel. Or it was possibly July. It was July last year when I was thinking of throwing in the towel because all the stuff that I just said was happening to me. My channel was crap. I wasn't gaining any subscribers. Nobody was watching. My shows were rubbish. Even though I thought I had created good thumbnails and I was creating good content. You look at any of my content from up to about July last year, it's garbage. It's absolute tosh. Oh, Drew, thank you. People are awesome. Well, that's true. Although I don't think I've had genuine hardship. I mean, I've had, you know, we've all got crap to deal with, right? We've all got a bad story. We've all got the stuff that we didn't like. It's all relative, you know. And I think as humans, we're very good at compartmentalizing. Is that word again? You know, I think it's all relative. You know, if it's the worst thing you've ever experienced, it's the worst thing you can imagine. So for you, something like, you know, jumping off a top bunk and landing on an upturned 3-pin plug, it could be the worst thing that's ever happened to you. Happened to me, that sucked. And at the time, this is the worst thing ever. Ah, kill me now. Although it did kind of suck. What was I saying? I'm going to read on. Yeah. I do have 10,000 subs. They've been expensive though. I've bought a lot of those subscribers. I have an advertising budget. I spend money on Google AdSense. I've created some trailers for my channel and they spin away. They just get pushed to other similar content. And I pick up some people. Chrissy M, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, so, you know, and I'm not sure how good the value is. It's nice to have that 10k in front of my name, sure. But I see channels with far less subscribers than I have getting more consistent engagement that I get. So I'm not sure how good some of those subscribers are. You know, I think I'm picking up a lot of people who just click the like button at the call to action, but aren't really tuned in to keep watching. So I'm not sure how good those 10k subs are. And when you think that a few months ago I only had 2,500 subscribers, and I've really pushed the promotion to get these subs, you know. So thirsty. So what about you guys? I know Nick is doing a whole show on this, but why did you create a YouTube channel? Why? And why do you still do it? Is it for the potential money that we can earn? Because we can. Is it because we like the cult of celebrity? Well, I do. Is it because we're just attention whores? I kind of am. Is it all of that stuff? Well, people do, I think, and this is the weird thing. I was in, nearly 12 months ago, I was at Universal Studios in Hollywood. Hollywood, doesn't it just sing? What's that line from? Mannequin off of the 80s? Flashback. So I was in Universal Studios off of Hollywood last year, and I was video blogging. Burps. And, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was video blogging in Universal. And this little boy came up to me, and he goes, "Excuse me." I went, "Hi, are you a YouTuber?" I said, "Well, yeah, I guess." Didn't really feel like a YouTuber, I'll be honest. And he was like, "Oh my god, what's it like? I really want to be a YouTuber." And like, I've got 2,500 subs. Come on, man. You know, okay. So we chatted for a while, and I did a little piece with him on camera. Asked him about, did a little interview on if he was enjoying himself at Universal and all of that. Oh, he was so made up. I mean, I've never seen. Rarely have I seen such absolute joy and delight on someone's face, because he went on camera with a YouTuber, and I didn't really feel particularly YouTubery. But then he ran off, and he was talking to his family and pointing and jumping around excitedly, and he got the channel up on his phone, and he was just so enthusiastic about everything, and it was awesome. I loved that. So I think, you know, from back then, I thought, I want more of that. That's really cool. And then the same thing happened. I was in Disney this time, actually. And I was in, the video is up on stream now, actually. You can actually see the people. I was on the Avatar ride in, what's it called? Flight of Passage in Animal Kingdom. And this is like, it's the greatest ride in the world at the moment, okay? So the queues are so long. And so we were in the queue, and I was video blogging from the queue. I was doing some videos about the, you know, the attraction and how amazing the scenery was. And then, no, it's not SpongeBob doesn't die, it's Squiddy thing. Hi, Thundersword. And so, and I was in the queue, as you do, and I did the call to action. I did, and this is the thing, okay? You know you've got a YouTuber recording a show, because they will do that. And so, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that alarm bell, like, comment, share, dislike, it's all good. So you know that thing that we do in our channel is the call to action. And we all sound the same, okay? We all do the same thing. It's practically word for word the same thing. These couple of people behind me, there were two girls, and you can see them in the video. When I do the call to action, they lose their shit because they're in the queue with a YouTuber. And I'm like, I'm not really a YouTuber. I haven't got many subscribers. I'm just winging it. But they were so excited that they were in a queue with me. They had no idea who I was or anything. But I tell you what, you know, there's something about that. There's something about that. I don't know. That sort of that again. It's the cult of celebrity, right? There's something about that. Adoration from random people because you're a YouTuber. I kind of like it, if I'm honest. It's cool. So yeah, so that happened. So I guess that is it. That's good. I enjoy that. Oh, you know what? Honestly, Savage Scientist Infinity War, it's so good. How they pull it off. I was talking earlier that I can't talk about it again. Well, I could, but everybody will leave the stream again because that's what happened last time I talked about Infinity War. Don't listen to the people who tell you they've read the comic and know what's going to happen, because the comic isn't even called Infinity War, and you know the stuff that they're lying. I promise you, they're all talking lies because they're just like lies. It's a sad film. Yeah. My I was with my friend Claire and Antonia, her daughter. She's kind of like my niece by friends, you know. Antonia, she's amazing. And she said, "Is Loki?" Some stuff happens fairly early on, and she goes, "Oh," and I sort of said to her during the film, I was like, "Oh, get used to people dying. Get used to it." And she's like, "Oh." And she didn't, you know, but I think at this point, I don't think it's going to be a surprise to everybody that it's quite a dark film, even though it's very happy, joy, funny for most of its dialogue. You know, bad stuff happens to our favourite guys. I'm guessing this isn't a surprise to everybody, right? And hey, Fitting TJ, how are you doing? And so there is a scene when one of our friends, one of our heroes goes down, I'm not going to lie, I choked on it. I was teary because it is such a sad scene to see somebody that you love so much in filmland. Even when I'm pretty sure I know the outcome, because even though the story, the plot itself is quite different to what happens in the Infinity Gauntlet comic. If this is so, just to give you some, people who tell you they've read the Infinity War comic are telling you lies. Okay, yeah, bear in mind there will be some spoilers here. I'm gonna cut out the specifics. I'm not covering the specifics here. Okay, so even though they're broadly following, you know, the plot, there's actually there's a series of comics that have gone in to mash up the Infinity War Part 1 and 2. And so I'm pretty sure I know what'll happen at the end as to, you know, what characters will be involved. Even though there are lots of characters in the comic who aren't in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're still over in X-Men land. They haven't joined the Marvel Universe yet, okay? However, there is a scene which isn't in the comics, and, you know, one of our favourite characters, bad things happen, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. So, yeah, so that happens. Just saying. Yeah. Hey, Savage, do you know, because everyone's talking about who's going to die. It's no secret that they've said, you know, some characters won't make it to the end. Do you know, how much of this do you already know, or have you completely, like, shut off the internet for the last couple of years? I'm curious to know how much I can talk about here. Because, okay then, without giving any names away, by the end, I thought we were in Game of Thrones. You know, quite a high count of, you know, shall we say, stuff goes on, bad things happen. Okay, so where are we? Where are we? Yeah, so let's get back to the question I asked. Why are you guys creating? Let me scroll back through the chat here. Let's see. Yeah, science and tech. Well, I mean, I've watched the Uber content, and I quite like that whole car thing. I quite like all that. It's good. I've never done. I mean, we don't really have Uber around here. We kind of have taxis. I need to be part of that, part of the culture community. Totally love that. And yeah, I want to make, I love the idea of making an income from this, a proper income. And so far the money I'm making from my channel is tiny. I get some Amazon affiliate link stuff, not that much. And it's, yeah, it is a huge amount of fun. Huge amount of fun. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, the characters that get... Here's the thing, okay, and this isn't a spoiler for the film, okay? In the comic that the film's... In the comics, because there are several, that the film is loosely based on, all the Avengers die, and the X-Men mostly get killed as well, and you're kind of left with... you know, Galactus and a whole ton of god characters coming to save the day. And in fact, Nebula in the comic, she's still flesh. She isn't robot yet. So, yeah, it's quite different to, you know, how it pans out. I like, well, for me, the reason I chose the cutting the caboose weight loss side of it was for that. It was because it was on a personal level, it was to keep me accountable to people, to an audience, and because my story is quite varied. I don't know how many of you have seen my before pictures. I am going to do a video when I review my before pictures, especially well, there you go. So, I mean, there's been quite a few Thors, there's been quite a few Captain Americas. So, well, yeah. And also, I think, and this is a huge spoiler that hasn't happened yet. This is more future thinking. I think that the events in the next Infinity War film will lead to the evil Captain America running Hydra. I suspect that's going to happen, because that would be so cool. How good would it be if Captain America dies, okay? And then he comes from a parallel dimension, and everyone thinks, oh, Captain America, you're back, yay! But he's the evil Captain America who's in charge of Hydra. I want that to happen in the films. That would be so much fun. Just saying. Potential spoilers that may or may not happen. Speculation spoilers right there. But here's the thing, okay? The comic characters are so much more powerful than the film versions. It's not even... I mean, in the comic version of Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos gets all the... They're called the gems in the comic. He gets them all on his own. He's just, yeah, I'm going to go and get them now. He doesn't have his army. He doesn't have any of that. He just goes and gets them all on his own because he's, you know, more harder. And even the gems, I mean, people can handle them. They can hold them. Here's something I think is going to happen, though. Here's something I think that's going to happen. Do you remember at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2, when we saw Adam Warlock, the egg, sitting there, unhatched? And he plays a really big part in the Infinity Wars, Infinity Gauntlet comics. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if we see him introduced, possibly in the Captain Marvel film, which is coming up next year, and Adam Warlock. And also, of course, we've got the whole, the parallel dimensions which are being opened up in the new Ant-Man and the Wasp film. So there's so much that they can draw on, especially with the cosmic beings and all of that. Oh yeah, I mean, the Infinity Gauntlet in the comic is just one of Thanos' many gloves. He's got a wardrobe of the damn things. So, well, we're not doing spoilers, Savage. No spoilers. We're not doing spoilers. We're kind of talking about the comics here, and not really giving specifics away about the film. So I'm trying to avoid direct spoilers. I'm hoping it doesn't give too much away. I'm not going to say what events happen to who and what have you. So yeah, and exactly. I mean, how many? I mean, there have been male and female Captain Marvels of all different flavors and descriptions. Tons of them. I suspect we're going to stick to just the most recent Captain Marvel with her cosmic powers for the film. I suspect, because I think we're going to need that to help with the because, you know, in the cinematic universe, the stones can kill some characters just by touching them, as we've seen. Whereas in the comics, pretty much anyone can play with them. What's his face from the Fantastic Four? He wears the gauntlet and does juju with it, you know. So yeah, it's all very, very different to what we're seeing in the MCU. But you know what? I like that, because we have the comic versions of the stories, which are great, and then we've got the MCU versions of the stories, which are kind of the same, going in the same sort of direction, but they're so different. It's like an epic remix and retelling of stories we're familiar with. So there's just enough in there to it kind of, yeah, I know, okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so, because they did specifically rewrite Thor's character to give him longer legs. I think when they originally cast Thor, he rated badly. The first two Thor films and his character in the Avengers weren't very liked. They really didn't rate very well. But for Ragnarok, they rewrote the character to make him much more innocent and more stoic and much, much funnier. And, you know, let's be honest, he steals the show in Infinity War. He is so funny. His scenes with that other character he teams up with, oh, how much fun is that? So I think now that they've got you know, Ragnarok was such a great film, and they've rewritten Thor so successfully for the last couple of films. I think he's going to be around for a while because he's really turned it around. He's such a fan favourite now because he's funny. So yeah, I think we're going to see Thor for a while. I think that's all good. I do think they're going to change Captain America though. I think we're going to see that storyline. Yeah, I know. And I know I was a little bit, oh, what are you going to do now that they've taken away Mjolnir? But, you know, a Stormbreaker is such a cool weapon. Mjolnir what? Who cares now? Because let's be honest, that new battle axe he's got. Boom! That was a spoiler, sorry. Not a massive spoiler. I think, in fact, you even see it in the trailer, so I don't think that's a problem. Ah, wow, this has been a fun stream and chat, and I'm enjoying. I'm loving having a conversation here. So, Kathy, yeah, collaboration, absolutely. Oh, Strange. Okay, another spoiler coming up. I'm not going to give, but not a big spoiler. Okay, I'm not a big spoiler here. And again, this is kind of alluded to in the trailer. But let's just say we finally get to see what Strange is capable of when he goes full Postal with his powers. I mean, that scene with those other characters, I couldn't. When this comes out on Blu-ray or UHD, I am just going to be playing that scene over and over and over because, oh my god, that is such a good scene, right? Yeah, I love him in this. And so again, a little bit of a spoiler, but more of a teaser, something to look forward to, something to look out for, okay? So you know, this is more of an Easter egg, but look out for it because it adds, if you know this fact, it adds a lot of value to the film. The fact that Benedict Cumberbatch has played Sherlock Holmes and Iron Man, Tony Stark, shit, what's his name? Has also played Sherlock Holmes. That little thing that they've got going on, that they've both played other characters. It's almost like a Deadpool moment. It was so good. So yeah, just saying. Okay, right then. We gotta stop talking about Infinity War. How many of you have seen? There's a creator who is really good, and Extreme Food Reviews sent me his way earlier, and he's a cooking channel called the 7 Pot Club. How many of you seen this guy's channel? Because he's done a video today about doing the 7 pot hot sauce, and it's so funny. And he's done a song. He's created a song for his cooking channel. It's amazing. I wish he'd come into the stream because it's such a cool video, and I put a link up because you need to watch it. It's really, 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 really good. I wonder if I can bring it up on here. Oh, it's really good. Let me see if I can bring it up. He does a cool song, and I love it. They are the head of Disney. Bob Iger has already said that Deadpool and the X-Men are coming to the MCU. So that's happening. Yay! And Fab Four. Fantastic Four, not the Beatles. The Beatles aren't coming to the MCU. The Fantastic Four are coming to the MCU. Yes, that's confirmed. So, and of course Spider-Man's there. So, yay. That's going to be so cool. I mean, there is speculation that the X-Men, because they can use... Oh, this isn't a spoiler, because this, I don't know, this may or may not happen, speculation. But in the Infinity Gauntlet and Infinity War comics, Galactus is part of it. Now he's part, and Silver Surfer. Now these are all part of the Fantastic Four and the X-Men universes. But they have said that they are coming to the MCU. So I don't think it will. I think that's too big an ask. And I suspect what we're going to see, and if you've read them, you'll know why. I suspect we're going to see the X-Men v Avengers showdown as the end of part 4. You know, after Infinity War and after the Infinity War dust settles, I wouldn't be at all surprised if we see the X-Men characters introduced. Well, no, what I think will happen is, so Deadpool, he would have to be, I don't know how they would write it, but he does feature in the X-Men comics occasionally, and he does feature in the Avengers comics occasionally, and he's not as naughty. Bye, Cricket, thanks for joining in. He's not as naughty as he is in those comics as he is when he's in his own. He even acknowledges the fact that he's in a younger family comic, and so he can't use the amount of profanity that he does. I know, right? He's so meta. But then when he's in his own films, he can do more. And I suspect on his own comic, he can do more. So if they will use him in the MCU, I suspect it'll be in that regard. That he will acknowledge the fact that he's in a PG film, so he can't be his usual self. That's fine. I think that's fine. I think that'll be just as funny. Love to see it. Yeah, Pam, how good was that? I've already shot a couple of sequences of me dancing to that song today. I did a sunbed sequence of me dancing to the song while I was on a sunbed earlier. And I've done a sequence here. Maybe we should bring it up. Do you think it would be fun if I bring that video up in a window and we can all dance to it here? Do you think we should do that? Would you guys can you guys leave dance in the comments if I play his video? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? I think that'd be fun to do. Although my channel is branded though, so that might be a problem. Let me see if I can turn off my branding. Oh well, Spider-Man and Deadpool are such good friends. Let me see what I can do here. I'm going to try. I'm going to do this on the fly here. I'm going to actually edit my OBS configuration. This could all go very, very, very wrong. So let me get my front angle and duplicate it and call it dance angle. See what I'm doing here? Dance angle. Not now. No, wait till the video plays before you start dancing. Miranda Pod, you're in the house. How are you? I almost came to see you earlier. I went to the subway. Long story. Let's call this dance angle, and we'll put this down here. And for dance angle, I shall turn off the scrolling text, and I shall turn off the sound bed and the scroller and the top corner. So I've just got my camera, and I have. That's all. I'm doing live OBS here, guys. So if there's any creators in here when they know how to do live OBS, this is possibly how you do it when it all goes wrong. Now then, if I open up a browser and I open up the 7Pot Club's channel, I think I've just left my own channel now, so hopefully I'm still streaming. Open that here. This is not a good video that I'm doing. I should probably be sharing this because, you know, this is good content. This is not. Okay, so I've got the link to that. I'm going to copy that here. Then I'm going to go back to my channel. This is so ropey. And I'm going to go back to my live streaming and open that in my live stream view. I'm sorry, this is so ropey. I should not be doing this while I'm live streaming. And I'm going to put that in my view page. There. Okay. Right then, we're back. What? Oh, are you? Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, well, that's fine. To be honest, I'm trying to remember. I know I've seen you in various groups and I've seen you off of Facebook, but I can't remember what you look like. So when I'm in there next and you're there, just say hi. So I know who you are. Right then, dance angle, media source 2. Let's turn this on. And let's click on the properties in this. And let's turn it into a... Oh, that's wrong. No, we don't want that. We want a new thing, a browser source. And I want to create a new browser source, and I want it to be this URL here. So that's working, and now you can all hear that. That's really loud. I need to make it stop. What have I done? Oh, I've done that. Shush. So that was fun. Yeah, don't do that. Let's see if I can do that a different way. I'm guessing you could all hear that, and that was really awkward. So I need to pause that there. I need to remind this. Ah, there we go. That's what I did wrong. Okay, let's try that again. Go. So I'm going to switch over to my dance angle right now. Kapow! No, that's the wrong. That's the front angle. Dance angle. Come on. No, I want that. Don't want that. Transition to that. There we go. Now we're cooking on gas. Now I want to add the browser source. Now I want to make a new one, and I want to put this in there, and let's go. He. So now you can start putting dance tags in the stream. Because it's so bizarre. And it's awesome and I love it. I wonder how many people we're going to lose. Thank you. It's like a where's that? How random is this? Is the video showing up properly for you guys, by the way? I can't tell if you can see it. I like it spicy. There should be a hashtag for this, shouldn't there? I love this guy. What's a Scoville Escalade? Does anybody know what a Scoville Escalade is? Why has he got a cat dancing with him? I love this guy. He's got very few subscribers. I think we should all go and subscribe to him because it's just so much fun. Is that what it is? I'm not very good at doing the cooking. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to show this on my stream, but I think we should all go and follow him because he's so cool. And say you came from here or there or whatever. I'll put the link in the chat. There you go. It's really catchy, isn't it? Is that just me, right? Because when I was sent the link earlier, I was like, really? And I played it, and it's so much fun. I could get into cooking if it's like this. It's so random. Don't know what to say about that. I love it. I think it's so much fun. I think I should do, like, you know, drum videos somehow, and makeup and drums or something. I don't know. Tell me again what a Scoville scale is. A weighing scale. Does that not work? Let me try. Yeah, it does. Yay! That's so much fun to do. I love that. Well, then, so we kind of talked about Avengers a bit, and how do you know these things? I'm rubbish at cooking. I mean, beans on toast is pretty much, you know, where I'm at when it comes to doing cooking and things. So I'm terrible at cooking. I can microwave things. I'm good at microwaving things. Does that count? I'm not sure if that really counts. Well, then. So we've kind of covered Avengers. We've covered YouTube. We've covered this really, really cool cooking channel. Is there anything left we need to talk about this week? I can't think of anything. What? I don't understand Alexa's comment. I'm going to read up. How do you know the things? Oh, is that right? It's a scale to measure. I thought it was like a weighing scale. I see. A heat measure. I see. Okay. Well, I have a brain... What? Oh, I see. Well, you know what? It's funny, actually. People accuse me of that sort of thing. I know lots of random trivia facts. But I didn't know what that was, so that's good. I don't know much about cooking, and I don't know much about gardening, other than it usually involves dirt and plants. That's kind of the end of my, you know, experience when it comes, and my knowledge is limited when it comes to gardening. So yeah. So yeah, I think this is possibly a good time to wrap it up, actually. Unless there's anything we need to cover. I can't think of anything. Go and see Avengers, it's really good. Go and subscribe to the Singing Cook channel, because it's really good. I'm looking forward to landing my new channel. That's coming soon. That's pretty much where I'm at. So yeah, okay. Well, let's wrap things up. Thank you so much, as always, for joining in on the stream. Love you guys being here. It's so cool. I'm still trying to think of that thing. Wait, I'm waiting. I'm doing the waiting right now. Oh, okay. Fire away with your question gun. Pow! What is my skill? What? Oh, well, what do I do for a living, you mean? What do I do? asking me? I mean, I have many skills. I can skip badly. I can play the drums. That's a skill, I guess. Kind of badly. I can play the bass, which is over there. Bass guitar. I can do ropey YouTube videos. I don't know what skill you mean. But our collab will be... I'll tell you in private because everybody's will be different. But we will do a collab. Yeah, and I know what I think we could do because I've seen your videos. I have. Something about building. I don't do much in the way of building, I'll be honest. I know how to lay bricks, but I haven't really done much of it. It doesn't something that features a lot. I'm a website builder, a software solution architect. I can write mobile apps. I have a business that does, subcontracting. Computery things are mainly where my skills lie. Computer stuff. Yeah. Is that what you meant? That song's still in my head, by the way. Just saying. The 52nd highest mountain is called Eric. That is a cool fact, Pam. I like that fact. I need to remember that fact. Creators Alliance, hello, how are you? Well, thank you. But you're coming, this is kind of like the end of the stream, actually. We're winding it down because we've basically solved all of the world's problems in the stream this evening. And now we're just basking in our amazing glory of having solved all the world's problems. So yeah, you kind of missed that show, I'm afraid. But thank you. Although if you have any other problems that you think we could solve, we have basically got like an epic legion of like a brain trust here in the stream tonight. So we could probably solve any problem that comes our way. Am I the only person that gets quite a long delay? I think it might be OBS. I get quite a long delay between the things I say and seeing it come up on the stream. I wonder if there's a way I can speed that up. Because it's a little frustrating. Lag and delays are annoying. True fact. Ah, that's okay. Well, thank you for joining in. The live stream is every Sunday, 6:30 to about 8 o'clock or thereabouts either side. It depends when either everyone gets bored or when I get bored or there are no more words to say or problems to solve, which is kind of now. I had here's a little summer anecdote. A couple of days ago, there were two ice cream vans in my street. Now my street is quite narrow, and people park in it, so there's no room to overtake. Okay. And one ice cream van had come into the street, turned around, and then was heading out of the street again. Then another ice cream van came in, and they were nose to nose. I had my camera. I was praying that there was going to be an ice cream duel off, or maybe some sort of ice cream dance off or something. That would have been epic. Because can you imagine it? They're just like a Wild West ice cream gunfight or something. My imagination was going insane. It would have been so spectacular. Sadly, one of them just reversed and drove away. But it would have been amazing. In my head, it was epic. But yeah, the reality was nowhere near as fun. That sucks. Okay, well then, if there's nothing else, I'm going to wrap it up right here, because because there's a little bit of outside left, and I do have another drone video to film, and it's really good droning. Ice cream wars. I know, it's like better than Infinity Wars. It's like 99 wars. So I'm gonna go and do another drone video, I think, before I wrap it up for the day, which would be nice. And there's a beach near me, so I'm gonna go and film down the beach. Down the beach. It was awfully Welsh sounding. So there we go. Well, anyway, thank you so much for joining the stream. If you're watching this on the replay, hit like, comment, share, subscribe, dislike, all of the good stuff. And I'll see you in the very next show. So Monday's show is quite good. There's a really good show coming on Friday. And on Wednesday, I could try and answer. On Wednesday, now then, what the hell? Because there's only a few of you left, so this is a bit of super secret information. On Wednesday, next week, I'm going to be having surgery. This long-awaited, but not that long-awaited, a couple of weeks awaited surgery. It's happening on Wednesday. And as long as I don't die, which, you know, let's be honest, could happen. I'll try not to. As long as I don't die, I'm going to do a live stream from my hospital bed in the evening after I come out of theatre. I'm going to be bandaged, sore, swearing may happen, so it may not be family friendly, but I'm going to go through all the experience I've just had, and I don't know how bandaged I'm going to be. I'm probably not going to be able to show much in the way of scarring, but all of that surgical stuff that's happening on Wednesday, I'm going to try to talk about it on a live stream from the hospital with my laptop. Who knows how that's going to go? It's not going to be fancy. I won't be running OBS like this. It's just going to be old school through the interface. We shall see how that goes. So there you go. That's something to look forward to, right? I know. Thank you. You know what's happening, don't you? It's a full body lift, underarm revision, interior corset, side liposuction, in front liposuction, back liposuction, arm liposuction, tummy tuck, abdominal etching. It's like a shopping list of everything from waist to arms is being nipped and tucked and lifted and magicked away. I know, exciting. Right, I will see you on the very next show. Some really good videos coming up this week. So, yeah, good times. Thank you all so much, and I shall see you in the next show. And now I'm going to press that end stop streaming button now, and it'll take ages before it actually stops streaming, because, you know, because it does.